Good morning once again, everybody. As you can see, changed the background a little bit. Hopefully, it's a little more appetizing, entertaining, comforting. It is what it is. Let's get into today's subject. We're going to talk about the biggest issue we have with artificial intelligence. There we go. All right. So, in truth, economics is largely, at least it's been practiced since the 1970s. It's largely a sciencey sounding, believable bullshit story. All right, designed to justify why some people have more than others. Now, do some people work their absolute asses off to get where they need to go? Absolutely, and I'm taking nothing away from those people. But as we all know and we've all seen, there are a lot of spoiled, pampered children who fell out of the quote unquote right vaginas, who have been living it up and didn't have to break their back and bust their ass to get where they had to go. And these people somehow got put in positions of power and are running the collective civilization off the cliff and every corporation that they touch. All right. With AI, if you remove people from the value generation process, the only way that you can somehow make up the loss in that those earnings are you're going to have to tax all of the productive industry that uses artificial intelligence. If you're a politician, that means the only way that you can make AI work is to tax the living hell out of your billionaire friends. You have to trap the rich. And when I say trap, I mean trap. I mean, they're not allowed to leave the national waters. They're not allowed to escape the airspace without rigid controls. They're, they have no ability to hold foreign accounts and evade taxation. They have to surrender their foreign holdings to foreign individuals. I'm not even kidding. What do you think the honest to God likelihood of that is? See, this is the thing. AI and UBI and all of that shit. I love the idea. I do. The idea of finally freeing people because the reality is we could have taken, like, if you just kick out all the fucking busy work and bullshit, the actual bullshit jobs, we could have had everybody working part time and living. The problem is that the entire financial system is geared against that. The last thing that they want you to do is to work part time and also be able to have a house and a car and be able to afford to maintain both a house and a car and to have the wife and the kids and literally everything that was sold to you as essentially damn near your birthright for being born in this country, for being born in the West in general. All right. The oh hell, what's the word? The inheritance of our forefathers for having the fantastic idea to tell the crown to pound fucking sand. And then, multiple generations later, we got new tyrants. And now we're here. Anyway, the only way AI is going to work essentially, because there's going to be a lot of pain and torture in this process, but essentially because the politicians are not going, they're kiss asses, you know, they will literally, Western politicians, if Bezos walks into the room, they'll drop to their knees and suck his dick. He's a fucking billionaire. They're gonna worship his dick. All right, that's literally what it is. All right, and this is the thing: business, finance, capital has superseded the political class, political power. All right, they what the fuck can a politician do? Pass another law? The politician ain't gonna fucking have a third mega yacht in their life. They're not even gonna have a first mega yacht in their life. All right, unless they're playing the game real dirty. They're not gonna want to touch any of them. They're not gonna want to touch any of them. So you're gonna have the wealthy elite. You're gonna have the wealthy elite with AI sucking every single dollar out of the economy until it is exhausted. How the hell will people pay their bills? Well, increasingly, the landlords will have to drop the rents, and the grocery stores will have to drop the prices, and you get a deflationary death spiral. So, tax damn near all of the wealth generated by the AI. Essentially, let me put it to you like this. Essentially, the only way to make AI work and not completely collapse the entire social order, financial system, it literally fucking everything, is essentially you have to cap how much money people can honestly make in a year. You have to set a hard cap of how much money somebody can make in a year. In addition to that, you have to essentially take at the sovereign level, you essentially have to nationalize Amazon. You have to nationalize Amazon, Tesla, all of it. All of it. You cannot afford to let AI empowered industrial business, you you cannot afford to let it just go and exist. Not only is it too big to fail, it's too critical to not tax. So, there's going to likely be a massive amount of suffering because they are going to try to do everything possible. All right. At least if we look at scratch the surface tertiary view, they're going to do everything they fucking can in their power to not see things for what they are. They're going to do everything they can to not acknowledge that that's the direction you have to go. You're going to literally gut your entire fucking economy if AI is successful. Now, personally, I know Utopia is a fucking disaster. And most people, yeah, Utopia is a fucking disaster. All right. And not necessarily just because you're going to end up with massive amounts of overbreeding and people fucking like rabbits because they're bored and they have nothing else to do. But regardless, the choice is going to have to be made. Is this country and is every other country going to support the whole or support the few? The few or the many? The many, honestly, if AI is successful, it's going to radically shift everything it touches. Government's not going to exist like it used to. Economics as a discipline is going to right out the fucking window. Honestly, the whole idea of post scarcity economics, what the fuck do you even need economics for? If we get to the point where legitimately we don't have scarcity, you don't fucking need economics anymore. You just need logistics tracking. All the books and all the bullshit that's been generated, Austrian versus Keynesian, all that shit disappears. It goes away. It's just like, honestly, it'd be kind of nice to fucking hear people stop arguing back and forth about it. It's all bullshit. All of it. Bullshit. Both ways. The reality is, if you look at both economic models, Keynesianism is a really great way to take a dirt bike and run it up the stairs, all right, in a giant apartment building or something. It's a really great way to get to the top, and it's a really great way to fall off that dirt bike and go on a tumbling spree, breaking your ass 371 times as you go floor by floor, all right, suffering the consequences. Austrian economics, on the other hand, is a great way to slowly ascend the stairs until you get too old that you can't walk and you still haven't finished walking on the stairs yet. And one wrong move and you end up in the exact same fucking position. You end up in a fucking death spiral. All right? Things being what they are, I do not have a lot of faith that any of these politicians have a single nut. All right? I'm being completely real with you. They have no fucking balls. These people are pussies. They were raised to tuck and run. All right. They're too focused on winning the popularity contest. They are too focused on being a part of the club. All right. To grow a fucking spine, to find their fucking balls again. I don't know where the hell they put them. All right. And actually lead countries the way that actual leaders used to run countries. All right. You can love Churchill or hate Churchill. You can love the royal family or hate the royal family. At one point in time, they actually did their fucking job. Those are the people, for better or for worse, the people who will literally kick down doors to make shit happen. The people who will, in Churchill's case, drink like a fish and smoke nonstop. Those are the people who make shit happen. It's a thing. We don't have those people anymore. Trump may be one of the few. God knows the Germans had a little incident a while back where they killed all of their opposition. Their opposition was tragically lost in a boating accident in winter. It was iced over, obviously. Anyway, speaking of which, this is a side note, real quick. Do not go to Germany. Okay, do not go to Germany. They are going through it all over again. All right, there was a guy who wrote a book a long time ago. I never read it, but just the concept. All right, fascism with a smile. All right, just a smiley face with a Hitler stash. Don't go to Germany. Just don't. Poland, yes. Poland actually has balls. They have a sack. All right, they know what gender they are. All right, I know that might piss some people off. That's okay. You can hate me. I give you full right and ability to hate my ass. Okay? But Poland at least has some balls. Hungary. Yeah, Hungary has some balls. Serbia has some balls. Honestly, the Balkans, even though they're a mess. Financially speaking, they're not in a great position. A lot of corruption, but honestly, Poland, Romania, Hungary, the Balkans overall, not the worst place to be. All right, at least in terms of. This is gonna have to be a different video, but I'll end it here. You guys have a good one. If you're interested in personal or business consulting, stop by www spadesconsulting.com without the dash. If you like and appreciate the video, like, favorite, sub, share, do all the things. Leave a comment, ring the bell, tickle the bell, do all the things to the bell, hype. And if you're interested in written content, check out the Substack. It is linked below and on the site. Should you go visit it. This has been Michael. You guys have a good one.